Hi guys, I'm Dave in real life and welcome to
Unmissable! Art Tag.
so today's Art Tag. There's quite a lot of news coming out of Monday Night Raw. Obviously, Monday Night Raw was last night, hailing from San Jose. We will go to the War Zone eventually, but I do want to state that there were a few things what were announced, especially for Saturday night's main event, which is on the 25th of January, which is not too far away. So it was about time we had something announced for that. But we have got two major matches. Gunter, the world champion, will take on main event Jey Uso. This match should be all right. Obviously, the promo on Monday Night Raw was very fascinating. Gunther pretty much saying that you're nothing more than just a tag team wrestler. Got to remember that Jey did win the Intercontinental Championship not so long ago, so he has got solo success. But yeah, this was trolling by Gunter, major trolling, and it did end up with us getting a fascinating promo, a very emotional promo from Jey. Cannot wait for Saturday night's main event. This match is going to bang. Also, what's going to bang? It's going to be a fight night as Sheamus challenges Braun Breaker for the IC Championship, also at Saturday night's main event. We've been wondering where Braun Breaker had been for the last couple of weeks. Just sat watching the wrestling in the crowd. He was there watching Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. He would have a little bit of a confrontation between the two, which would then lead to them having this match made for Saturday night's main event. So, two major matches announced for the 25th of January, which would be very cool. Obviously, it's free to air in America, so it should be a very good show. And also, what we got announced at the opening segment of Monday Night Raw is that we've got 3 new participants in this year's Royal Rumble, especially the men's. We have got one announced in the women's. So in the men's, CM Punk made his intentions clear that he was taking part in this year's Royal Rumble and plans to win. Then we got Seth coming out, which was quite fun. And like CM Punk, oh, not him again. Why can't I have Rhea Ripley? Why can't Rhea Ripley come out? But yeah, Seth and CM Punk continued where they pretty much left off. But as CM Punk vowing to make sure that vowing to make sure that CM Punk does not get that main event at WrestleMania. Then he's going to be El Bent, because obviously he's joining the Rumble too. And then we got Drew McIntyre, who also came out and said, look, I'm joining the Rumble too. So we've got 3 new people in the Rumble. And then obviously we'll get to the other announcement, which we'll get into in the Warzone part of the video between Seth and Drew for next week. So we'll get to that in a moment. Other big news, obviously, Nia Jax has also joined the women. She's actually the first one to confirm that she's in the Women's Rumble. Nobody else has confirmed it. So Nia's on her own. So she wins the Royal Rumble. She did get absolutely booed out of the building in San Jose. It really did not appreciate her being on Raw. But yeah, she did come and interrupt the Rhea Ripley interview promo to announce that she's going to take part in the Royal Rumble. Also, big news, and actually made me quite laugh. I mean, I thought this was fascinating. I'm not sure if it happened during an ad break or not, but it seemed like it had. But yeah, we had Karrion Kross coming out of the office, Adam Pearce's office, talking to The Miz, who was waiting. And we got like an announcement that the Wyatt Six had been moved over to SmackDown. I mean, literally, this couldn't have been more a backhanded comment than it was simply a blink and you miss it moment for sure. Yeah, this upset a massive fan base. It really has. For me personally, I just laughed because then I knew that we weren't getting the Wyatt Six on last night's Monday Night Raw. I don't know what this means for them going forward. Maybe more TV time. So there is a massive positive out of this. But yeah, taking her off Monday night just seems a bit of a body blow. And well, basically, since the debut, they've barely been on. So you know what? There's a positive in the negative, but yeah, White Six moving to SmackDown may have passed a few people by. But yeah, if your ears were wide open, you were listening to what Carrion had to say, then you would have found out that that move is happening. I don't know if we see the White Six on Friday this week. If we do, I think that will hold, but confirm they are Smackdown and have had an invite to that Smackdown hotel. Without further ado, we are going to go on to the Raw Zone.
Have entered the war zone.
So Monday Night Raw came from San Jose. I mean, what a show. It was a hell of a lot better than last week's debut on Netflix. But this just felt like an average, a proper Monday Night Raw episode. Lots of stuff went down. We are going to do a bit of a walkthrough on the show. Biggest news, obvious, we have got a new IC Women's Champion, the inaugural champion, and that is Lyra Valkyria. She beat Dakota Kai. Very interesting match. I thought this should have been the main event, but to be quite honest, when we got to the main event and what they had planned for that, yeah, I'm pretty glad that it was where it was on the card, to be honest. But yeah, I do feel sorry for Dakota Kai in this moment. I feel like she's just been so overlooked for a singles title. I mean, Lyra, no disrespect to her, she is a great champion. She proved that since winning the NXT Championship from Becky Lynch, of course. She is phenomenal. No question about that. I mean, from a rise from NXT UK to NXT now to the main roster has been absolutely nothing short than amazing. But Dakota Kai just seems to be overlooked in this singles competition. No, she never held a singles title in NXT, and certainly not on the main roster. I really feel sorry for her. She's never quite got to the dance, and I don't know if she'll get another chance. To be honest, she's not quite there for the main title, the WWE title, which is a shame. She really will be fighting for this mid card championship, so hopefully she gets another opportunity in the near future. But I'm absolutely made up for Lyra Valkyria. She's going to be a fantastic champ, and congratulations to her. But I just feel sorry for Dakota, to be honest. But it is what it is. Lyra Valkyria is your new IC champion. Much respect to her. Then we've got probably one of the most talked about segments, most talked about match on last night's Monday Night Raw, and that is Penta's debut. I mean, honestly, it couldn't have gone any better. They did it in the right place. Obviously, Penta Mexican. There's a lot of Mexican links to San Jose. San Jose absolutely was buzzing. The pop was amazing. They couldn't have done this anywhere else. If you'd have tried to do this in New York, it would have been a little bit not as loud as this. But obviously, it's got a big Spanish community in San Jose. So yeah, this did get a huge pop and a great match. I think picking Chad Gable as his first opponent was a spot on move. Loved the fact that he spent most of his time like playing the leg injury. I thought this was great ring psychology by both wrestlers. They were telling a story. They could have done the AEW route where they just got the new guy in and he squashes the old guy, blah, blah, blah. Just like they did with Mercedes Moné. But they did this perfect. I think this was the match of the night, of proper match of the night. Let's say that proper match, because obviously the main event was a street fight. This was the best proper match on the card. I mean, great respect to Penta. He did pick up the victory, which we all know he would. Great debut. Didn't know he spoke that good English. His English was on point, to be fair, and very surprised they didn't use that in AEW. I don't know why he had a manager, but anyway, I digress. Penta's debut, spot on. Great to see him on Monday nights and in the WWE. Then we're going to talk about that street fight. I mean, this street fight, just absolutely everything. Damian Priest did beat Finn Balor, though of course Balor would have his cohorts come down to the ring. But this was only after a huge spot, though. I mean, a lot of this match did take place in the crowd. And when they went up onto the balcony, like there was a fire exit. They went up, and there was big space at the bottom where there was a couple of tables set up. And yeah, obviously Damian Priest hit his finishing move through the two tables. Finn Balor did sell it perfectly because it looked like he was dead. It looked like he was fully out of it, but it was just great storytelling. Damian Priest, I think it was a broken arrow which took him through the table. I'm not really sure on my wrestling moves, to be honest with you, but I think it was a broken arrow what took him down, which was fascinating. Damian Priest struggled to get back to the ring. I mean, most of this did happen during the ad break. So we saw Damian Priest make his way back down to the ring, hobbling, crawling at one point, while the medics and that were fastening Finn Balor to the stretcher. JD McDonough was at the side. Carlito was there. This is how they would eventually get involved in the match. Damian Priest, though, wasn't finished with Finn, even though he was being stretchered out of the ring entrance. He went up, pushed everyone away, and grabbed hold of Finn and sent the stretcher flying down to the ring. And that's where Finn fell out, and the match continued. Obviously, then we got the interference from Carlito and JD. War Raiders would come down to take them out. I mean, this was a great main event. And yeah, surprisingly, it finished before the 3-hour mark, this show. We had about 30 minutes left. And we were done. We were finished. Damian Priest picking up a fantastic victory over Finn. Does this mean this is the end of the feud? Hopefully we can move on from this now. Obviously, Damian Priest did a coup de grace through a table, then took a coup de grace through a table from Finn Balor, then put a razor's edge. Told Finn Balor through another table. Honestly, this was amazing. What a great match. What a great end to Monday Night Raw. I give it a 7.5 on the night. I thought it was a really good show. There is more, but of course, obviously, next week's Monday Night Raw is going to be massive as well. We've got Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for next week. Then we've got the Boo Day up against Mystery People. It just says they're going to return to action. Don't know who they're up against. Got a feeling it might be Rey Mysterio and another person. Not sure yet who that will be, but I think it will involve Rey. And then we've got this. I mean, this is amazing. When did they decide that JBL was coming back? I mean, JBL has been going around the indies, literally destroying absolutely everything in his path, getting involved in Nick Nemeth matches, various other matches up and down America. He's now coming back to WWE. Don't know in what capacity, what's he going to be up to. It's going to be very fascinating. But yeah, JBL is on Monday Night Raw next week. Now we move on to NXT. No segment for this because I haven't got a title for it. But NXT, there is one match that I have seen announced, and that is the Unholy Union versus Metaphor. So yeah, we've got Isla Dawn and Alba Fire taking on Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. This is the only match being announced up to press. So yeah, I don't know if any more matches will be announced, but certainly I did scour the NXT Twitter page, X page, whatever you want to call it, and this was the only matchup that I could find. I'm expecting us to hear from Julia and, of course, Oprah Femi, your new NXT champions. Obviously, I think the show will be absolutely stacked down. We will be live for that, for sure. So make sure that you join me for the NXT live watch along. To finish out the video, I've got a bit of something special. and that is our brother. Ask yourself the question, have you ever thought what wrestlers would look like bald? Yeah, we are going into the Baldiverse. This is a collection of images of wrestlers that have been made bald by AI. Enjoy, and I will join you back at the end. Well, that was the Baldiverse. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Unmissable. And we will be back with another Unmissable episode tomorrow. Please slap a like on this video. Hit that notification bell so you know the next time that I'm live. Subscribe if you are brand new. You know, it's all free. You don't get charged for this. So really would make sense if you just hit that button. Especially if you enjoyed this video, that is the main thing. So yeah, I've let me know in the comment section below what you thought of Monday Night Raw. What do you think of the matches being made for Saturday night's main event? And what's your thoughts on the White Six moving to Smackdown? I would be very interested to get your thoughts, your feelings. Obviously, a lot of people were quite annoyed at that little bit of an announcement or unannouncement, whatever it was. Nothing actually confirmed about the Wyatt Six, which is quite annoying. But I assume because we haven't heard from the Wyatt Six that it's definitely going to be true. So yeah, that being said, I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. Until the next time, bye for now.